Friends, Namaste and a very warm welcome to you all to today's episode. I don't know whether you know it, this is the 25th episode of my program, and a big thank you to you all for supporting me so far. I am sure that you will be continuing to watch the various episodes of the program. Today I shall be talking about Dame Agatha Mary Clarissa Malwan. Know her? Any of you? No? Okay. If I use her name in which she is popularly known, I think it will be a very known name. I shall be talking about Agatha Christie. Happy all of you? See, Agatha Christie happens to be one of the most widely read detective authors of the 20th century, if not the most popular. And there has been lots and lots of information about her available. I shall also be adding to that information pool in my own way. In a writing career spanning 60 years, Agatha Christie has written 66 detective novels, 14 short story collections, and various plays. She has actually given birth to more than one detective, including her most famous Hercule Poirot. Additionally, she has written 6 novels under the pseudonym Mary Westcott. Guinness Book of World Record places her as the most popular writer of detective fiction, and her total number of books published and sold is 200 crores. Her work has been published in almost all major languages of the world. In the year 1971, Agatha Christie was awarded the Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire for her contribution to English literature. Let us see how the story of Agatha Christie started and unfolded. Agatha Christie was born in 1890 in Devon, England, in a wealthy upper middle class family, and she was mostly homeschooled. During the two world wars, she has worked in hospital dispensaries as well as volunteer nurse. Working in hospital dispensaries, she picked up a thorough knowledge on poisons, which she has utilized expertly in many of her books. She married Archibald Christie in the year 1914. Though they were divorced in 1928, Agatha has used the surname Christie all her life. Her next husband was Max Malwan, the archaeologist. He was in charge of various archaeology sites in the Middle East and Egypt, and Agatha used to visit him 3 to 4 months every year. Visiting these archaeological sites gave her an expert knowledge on archaeology as well as the background of Middle East and Egypt. These have been reflected in her books like Death on the Nile, Murder in Mesopotamia, etc. Initially, Agatha Christie was an unsuccessful author, and 6 of her books were rejected by various publishers. All this changed in the year 1920 when her first novel with Hercule Poirot, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, became a big hit. Agatha Christie was actually very fond of detective stories and was an avid reader of Sherlock Holmes and other detective writings of the period. And I think these stories have prompted her to write detective fiction. After the success of Styles, there was no looking back for her, and she produced other books which had taken her to the dizzy heights which she attained during her lifetime. The character of Hercule Poirot was inspired by the Belgian, Belgian refugees and the soldiers whom she attended as a volunteer nurse during the First World War. In 1926, her first husband asked her for a divorce. Agatha after that went missing for a period of 10-11 days after leaving her car in an abandoned chalk quarry. Till this date, nobody knows about the mystery of her disappearance. Two doctors who were treating her at that time have concluded that there was a genuine loss of her memory for the 10 to 11 day period. Others, however, say that she had purposely disappeared to embarrass her husband who has asked for the divorce. Her plays were also very popular, and particularly we have to mention the play Mousetrap, which ran continuously from 1952 till the beginning of 2020, when it had to be discontinued due to the outbreak of the coronavirus endemic. Agatha Christie is popularly known as the Queen of Suspense and Queen of Mysteries. She is famous for situation building, creating suspense and unwinding the plot. She was awarded the Grandmaster Award by the American Association of Crime Writers in 1955 in the inaugural year, and then was awarded the Crime Writer of the Century after 2 to 3 years. Her books have been made into films and television serials since 1928. There is a collection of her television serials and movies in YouTube, and interested viewers can avail those and look at those movies. They are really interesting. I am a third generation Agatha Christie reader, and which has now spilled into the fourth generation, and have been a lifelong fan of her stories. I have a big collection at home and read them whenever I feel like going into the mystery stories. Apart from the mysteries, her stories have an old world charm and takes you back in time. Of course, there has been criticisms from some critics, including some crime writers, that her stories are unrealistic and her characters are too fickle. Anyway, that is for their personal opinion, but I feel that she is a great detective writer. Time to take a look at her famous characters and some of her books. If we look at her characters, the most important one that comes to mind is Hercule Poirot, who is famous for what? His iconic moustache, waxed moustache, and the little grey cells into his egg-shaped head. He is an ex-Belgian policeman turned private detective, and in many of his books, Captain Arthur Hastings, a Watson-like character, also appears as his friend and colleague. The style adopted by Hercule Poirot is to collect all the suspects together and slowly unwind the mystery and finally catch the criminal. He has featured in 30 novels and 50 short stories. Then we come to the character of Miss Marple. Miss Jane Marple, an old lady who resides in the fictional village of St. Mary Mead, is actually a very intelligent lady, but camouflages her appearance as an old harmless lady. All her books are set in the rural English scenes, and no matter how clever is the criminal, she is able to actually apprehend them with her brilliant mind. She started out in the short stories first, but ultimately featured in 12 detective novels. And then we come to the couple called Tommy and Tuppence. This fictional couple met when they were very young, just after the First World War, and then they fell in love and married. Together they embarked into a life of adventure where they had solved various mysteries, and their adventures were taken by Agatha Christie for a few decades. There are four novels featuring Tommy and Tuppence, and there is an entire book of short stories on their adventures. There are certain recurring characters in Agatha Christie's books. Principal among them are the characters of Superintendent Battle and Inspector Jarp. They are both from Scotland Yard, and they are reliant on Hercule Poirot to solve many of their cases. Now moving into the books of Agatha Christie. Actually, there are so many that we can go on and on with the books, and we can even have a complete episode featuring and discussing Agatha Christie's books. For the sake of brevity and time, I have mainly selected Hercule Poirot books, and let us see how and what they are. The first one I think all of us should read is The Mysterious Affairs at Styles. This is the first Hercule Poirot book where Hercule Poirot is introduced, and Agatha Christie takes us through a particularly new detective's exploits, and it is, I would suggest all of you to read. If you are able to, please read it first. Then we come to the story book, that is And Then There Was None. This is of course not an Hercule Poirot book. This is a case where 10 people with some sort of skeletons in their cupboard have been summoned by a mysterious character to an abandoned island, and they are being picked up one by one. Ultimately all the 10 die, and that is why the title And Then There Was None. This has been translated in many languages and made into a feature film by Hollywood in the 1940s. In fact, the 1960s successful Hindi movie Gumnam is also based on this particular novel. In ABC Murders, Agatha Christie has moved away from her usual style, and there are random multiple murders which ultimately Hercule Poirot is able to solve. This book, I would say, is the mother of all serial killer novels. I would end the collection with Hercule Poirot's last case, The Curtain. This is in fact Agatha Christie's last novel. This was written in 1975, and Agatha Christie died in the year 1976 at the age of 85. In this book, the setting is of the first one, that is Styles Court, and here Hercule Poirot, who is now wheelchair bound, old man wheelchair bound, reunites with Captain Hastings after a long gap. Here Agatha is dealt with what she has called a perfect murderer, who is not committing the murders himself or herself, but instigating people to commit murders. Somewhat Iago-like character from Othello. Hercule Poirot dies of a heart attack before the mystery is solved, and it is only later that Captain Hastings finds that his friend has given the solution in a letter addressed to him, which he receives after the death of Poirot. I know it is not possible, but what I suggest is keep this book for the last. A question that comes to my mind now is whether Agatha Christie's popularity remains the same now as to what it was in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Fictional criminals and detectives have moved on, and the modus operandi of the crime has changed. But my take is Agatha's popularity remains, although it may not be the same as what it used to be in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. This is again corroborated by the success of Mousetrap, which ran from 50s till the current year. I leave this question to the viewers and would like to know from you all, what do you think about her popularity. With this, I would take your leave and a big namaste, and see you next time in the coming episode. Thank you all.